where bra would be hanging. And I'd look at her and she at me. And I'd whisper to her. And I'd say, I love you. And bra would look back at me and she'd say, let me die. I've served you well. My cups runneth over. Seriously, you need to go up a bane size. I'd say, please, don't go. You could at least wash me. I said, please, I need you now more than ever. I can be useful in other ways. You can carry your jewelry in my cups. I could be stuffed into the shoe to keep its form. It was like the end of the giving tree. Cut off my straps and make me into a necklace for a village cat. Only been married for 4 years, but in that short time, I have figured out what marriage is. Notice how everyone's silent. All the long haulers are like, let's hear it, Missy. Marriage is every morning for the rest of your life, waking up next to someone and having to hear a full report of how that person slept. And if you don't act like this information is new and interesting, you are a monster. My husband does not sleep well. I know my husband does not sleep well because I sit next to my husband. Part of my wifely duties is every morning, I must play the part. I must get into character. I wake up, I see him.
How did you sleep? My lord. Seems you've grown a tail.
Then my husband plays his part.
For me? Oh. Not well.
And then
Oh. Fascinating. What could we do with this brand new problem? Do you think you maybe finally want to see a medical doctor? Before I kill
I don't talk about my husband a ton in my act, but I did that joke for the first time a few weeks ago, and he was on tour with me. And I came off stage, I was like,
you? Is that okay?
and my husband was like, no, it's great. It's great, it's cool. It's cool. It's just really cool how only one of us has a microphone. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, okay, Iliza, like, you never repeat yourself. I'm like, what do I repeat? He's like, how many times a night do you yell at me to look at the dog? She's a dog and she's naked. Look at her. Look at, she sleeps between my feet. I see her. She has tail and mouth. She has perfect nose to mouth ratio, 1-to-1, never seen before. She's just baby. He's like, you know, we have a real baby. I'm like, but this one has 4 feet. You can kiss this one deep in the mouth. You will not go to jail. Don't judge me. My husband has trouble sleeping. I actually have a little bit of trouble going to bed because I don't know if you're like me, but I need to look at TikTok for 6 to 8 hours before I... Oh, it's my reward. I'm like, I read a full paragraph of an actual book. I will look at anything. I will Clockwork Orange my eyes open, and I will let it feed me conspiracy theories, ancient alien architecture, a Pomeranian in a raincoat, Taiwanese nail art, pizza making tutorials, a duck walking across a deck. I will look at lipless pit bulls. I don't care. The other day, I watched a thick couple in rural Illinois do a custody exchange in the parking lot of a Hobby Lobby. To a Jason Derulo song. And I double tap for part 2. I watch these two thumbs get out of their matching cherry red F-250 swap kids, and the dad looks at the camera like he's hosting American Idol and goes, "We're divorced, but we co-parent. How do we do it?" I'm like, "Probably a court order, Zeke." Double tap part 3. Then I watch them each get back into their truck next to their new spouse who, let's be honest, is the middle of nowhere America, looked identical to the melted vanilla pudding cup they left in the first place. Real lateral trait, if you ask me. And then I double tap for part 4. It was a link to their family Etsy store. I bought a bandana. Shop small, America. My biggest issue with social media is the commodification of intangible things, right? The commodification of mental health, for example, okay? So what do I mean by that, America? Well, I mean this. Whatever you're dealing with, no matter how niche or huge what you're dealing with is, there is someone out there who knows exactly what you're going through. They've written papers on your issue and they've gone to school for it. They are called doctors. And I will tell you what, America, after these last few years, those are the only people from whom I would like to hear. I don't want your feelings to be facts. I'm not interested in alternative facts. I'm not interested in armchair psychology. I'm not interested in your trauma giving you the qualification to give some sort of medical advice, okay? And don't be so sure that the person on the other end of that TikTok actually cares about you. Remember, a look is a like, okay? A click is a like is $1. This is all being monetized, okay? So just be very careful, because you don't know who's over there and you don't know what their intentions are. I only want to hear from doctors and scientists. I don't want to hear from couples who think vanilla essential oils cure autism. I don't want to hear from any